Can you dig it?
I can dig it because I think AKNME made the next step toward our championship run today. So last night. So how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Windy City Digits. That's V
Quite
Dubs.
the
I'm
statement, man.
Coach. And last night was the NBA draft, and Bulls had one pick at number 18, and the Bulls picked Dalen Terry from Arizona, which is, to be honest, kind of not the direction we thought was going to go. But I trust Eversley and
A duel,
Carnosova. So
like a duel,
yeah,
like
right. Is
FanDuel.
that
It's
did I
Dalen,
say
man.
that right? Did I say
Dalen.
Dalen Terry? Sorry, I don't
Yeah.
know where I got that. Dalen Terry. So what do you think of pick?
What do I think of the pick? Actually, I think what we should do is we should look at some of his stats. You know, because we are a digit kind of episode here, right?
Channel, right?
Yeah. So let's look at his digits. All right. Okay. So this is from 247 Sports. What do you see there, bud?
He's a small forward. He's 6'6".
Yep. Good job, buddy. Nationally ranked in 2019, 52, 46 overall. He was pursued by quite a few schools here too. Some really good quality schools. That's pretty impressive. But this was his recruiting analyst. Good size, very long arms, physically mature with plenty of room to add strength. Best asset is passing ability. Outstanding vision for positions. So
It doesn't even really mention much there. From what I've seen and I've read, he's really good defensively.
well, it does. It says his physical skills, has physical tools to guard multiple positions. Lots of upside here. Better at shooter than from mid range.
Okay.
So initially, what was your result? Your thoughts?
Because we going into the draft, all the shows we did, we thought they were going to go big, right? We thought that they were going to go either for a shooter, or we thought that they were going to go for a big man like rim protector, and this guy is none of those, right?
No, we already got comment too from I am Skocks.
Yeah. So
Skokes.
so okay. So I have no problem. Let me start by saying I have no problem with the pick. Like I think overall, I think it's a good pick, and again, Eversley and Carnosova haven't given me any reason to doubt what they're drafting. They've seemed to hit it out of the park most every time they've drafted, right? This tells me that they have a plan with free agency. So this tells me that Gobert is in play, PJ Tucker's in play, right? DeAndre Ayton possibly could be in play, right? A big through free agency is definitely in play.
I think you got your rose-colored glasses on, dude.
Look, that's the only.
That's a lot to have in play.
No. What I'm saying is that they're definitely going big, or they have a plan with addressing the rim protector through free agency, because this pick wasn't any like it didn't whatever the draft pundits were, like it didn't go with any of the mock drafts.
Yeah, so this
right?
that's what I'm going to show, man. We're going to show this is the wrong one here. This is what it was predicted. All right, so they were predicted. He was predicted to go to the Rockets at 17 right before the Bulls picked him, and then the Spurs possibly. And you can see his stats here from Arizona the last 2 years. He only was a sophomore, but he did play 28 points per game. I mean, his stat line isn't, unbelievable for an 18 pick. That's where I was kind of disappointed at first until I looked more into this. So he did improve his 3-point mark in free throw shooting. The biggest thing I think is his wingspan and his ability to guard. That's what a lot of people are saying. So what do you think about that, man?
Again, I think that it's hard to tell just by the numbers, right? I mean, where he played in college isn't necessarily where he's going to play with the Bulls in the pros, right?
Yep.
Look, he's going to be like a 2 or a 3, probably more of a 3, right?
Yep.
And probably his first year, it's going to be spot minutes where like, like they can get him in on defense, with that second unit. Look,
Uh-huh.
I could see him being a good fit with IO and AC on the second team, right?
Yeah, I do. I can see that too. I just don't know. As
But
someone
let's be
coming
look,
in with only
look,
2 years of college basketball, if he's the guy that we wanted when we're trying to win right now. But obviously,
that's to the point. Like, look,
that's
that's the
the point.
point. That's the point. If you're going to try to win right now, you're not going to get it through the draft. You're going to get it through free agency.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. Like, is there something else going on? And I think we all know that AK is thinking about getting a big guy. He talked about it last night, or Eversley talked about it. That's
Like their rim protection is what they're looking to get.
rim protection.
Yeah.
But I was shocked. Jalen Williams went so early. I would have been excited about Jalen Williams for Santa Clara.
Yeah, did you see that OKC drafted two guys? There's like a Jalen Williams and a Jalen Williams, two guys almost the exact same name that they drafted in the first round.
Absolutely. Yeah, Jalen, and then we were getting excited towards, what was it, 13th pick, I think. We had 5.
Yeah, you and I were going back and forth. Like we thought, oh man, all the guys we want are still on the board.
Yeah, we were like Liddell, Eason, even Agbaji,
Right.
Mark Williams, and then they just went boom, 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 one after
Yeah.
the other. And then when we didn't get EJ, I was kind of shocked. But then EJ dropped quite a bit. So
Yeah,
why
look,
EJ dropped so much? I didn't even read about that.
Look, again, I think it's all about the free agency, right? This pick was more like, we kind of thought it was going to be opposite. Like people thought, okay, let's get an impact person in the draft. It's the opposite. Like now I really think right now PJ Tucker and one other player are in play. I think they're going to get two free agents. I don't know who they are. Like, well, Zach obviously is going to be one of those guys, right? But I think they're going to get two more pickups. I think PJ Tucker is seriously in play. But if he's saying rim protection,
I focus too much on our free agency yet, man.
But it plays into this because the fact that everyone's like talking about, okay, was this the guy we want or whatever the case is? This was a piece, a building block, right? This is more toward, is he going to make an impact this year? Who knows? But this is not a guy that we think that is going to make the, put us over the top. Let's put it that way.
Well, let's look at some Dalen Terry highlights, and then we can talk about it. Okay.
Let's look at some highlights.
All right. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to let's mute the YouTube. All right. Here we go. All right, and that's one of the things they talked about. He's a finisher at the rim, which we didn't have a lot of, right?
Okay. Well, look, to me, like he's another Javante.
Oh, 5 Javantes.
There's going to be 5 Javantes, and
we're getting all Javantes. Yes,
right. But he's about the same size as Javante, right?
Yeah, he's 6'7", man.
Javante, when he gets to the rim, is a finisher.
He's look at the passing ability though. The vision is great.
Yeah.
But then again, he only played 28 minutes a game again, but that's in college with a really good team.
Yeah,
I think Arizona was,
and most of those games he probably was sitting because they were so far ahead.
Well, he was their 6th man. So, I guess for sophomore that's pretty good, but his vision's really good.
Yeah. So, look, the other things I like about this is the fact that he went to a big time school. So being in the spotlight or like playing in front of big crowds is not a big deal to him.
Yeah.
And two, he was at a winning program. He knows how to win.
I mean, I like getting guys from winning programs, but that doesn't always necessarily equate to like a good NBA career.
Yeah, it doesn't, but it does kind of help them prepare for like playing.
So look at the
bigger crowds.
Look at the shooting. That's the one thing that I was concerned about when I saw them picking was his shooting. His driving is amazing, and if we could get somebody who can slash and get to the rim and open the floor more for like Zach or some of our other outside shooters, this will be good.
Yeah. Well, again, look, this didn't check. And anyway, in most people's mind, look, we were looking for a shooter. He doesn't exactly fit that. He's got to work on it, right? He's a shooter, but he's still got to work on it, right? He's not a rim protector.
Absolutely.
Right?
But okay, so I'm gonna so we've seen some of his skills.
Okay.
This is just a highlight film. Anybody could, take a
Yeah.
look
Go out
at
and
this.
check that. Yeah.
So a couple of things. So on Twitter, I asked some people to grade this pick. Okay. So we
And
had someone, a guy named Philip Ward Newton. He gave him an F. With so many needs, you have to take the best available player. They grabbed the third round graded player in the first round. Well, Phil, I think that's wrong. He wasn't a third round graded player, that's for sure. Yeah.
well, look again. It's the thing where going into the draft, you read all the mock drafts, you read what the Bulls' needs are. We need a shooter, or we need a rim protector or a big, right?
Yep.
He's not he's not really fitting any of those boxes. But I'm okay with the pick because I think he fills a need that we have. Maybe not directly as a shooter, but look, he's another defender.
The need is the defense. Our perimeter defense was terrible.
Yeah, he's another guy that can come in and give us spot minutes on defense, right?
Yeah, I think Eversley's talked about he's a versatile guard who could be a 1, 2, or 3.
That's Javonte in a guard form.
5 Javantes, man.
Right? Which is good. Like, look, we like Javonte. We think he brings a lot to the table, like when he's in there, right? But right now, like if you look at it right now, that second unit is small. That second unit's going to be
I know
IOAC, this guy, and
and there
Javonte.
But there aren't a lot of good shooters, which concerns me, man. So like, there's another tweeter, M Visuals, who said they would give him a B, a lengthy 2-3 that could play solid defense, hustles. Another person, at Carnjar, they say incomplete grading picks is a fool's errand.
I saw that. He's right.
Yeah, well, that's the kind of why we're on here, man. That's why
because look, I mean, like, dude. Bulls fans were excited when we got Io last year in the second round, right? But no one thought he was going to turn into the player that he did.
No,
right?
That's the whole fun of the NBA draft is guessing this type of stuff.
Yeah, but look, I'll say personally, I don't have any problem with the pick. I think again, Eversley and Karnisovas haven't given us any reason to doubt them.
All right, I'm gonna show you one more thing, man, because this is kind of interesting too. It's our so what's the value of an 18th overall draft pick over the years?
I saw this when you posted this.
All right, this is a little different, a different site. So it only shows from 2013. So it's missing what's his name? Lonnie Walker from the Spurs. He was a good pick, but take a look at what are some of these names. What are some of the names on here that if he turned out to be one of these guys, would you be excited?
Look, off the top of my head, I'm looking at that list. Bledsoe was decent. JaVale McGee obviously was good. Bellinelli, when he was with the right team, made a difference. Gerald Green was a good player. J.R. Smith, David West, Q Richardson, James Posey.
Yeah, Posey was a defensive
Ratliff
was a stud too.
Tracy Murray was okay. B.J. Armstrong, Mark Jackson,
Vern Fleming, Joe Dumars, Ricky Pierce.
Yeah,
there's a lot of value there still at number 18. By looking historically, it gives you more hope.
Yeah, and you go further down that list, and weren't like when you go down to like Ricky Pierce and Joe Dumars, there weren't as many teams in the league. Like I don't think Charlotte or OKC obviously was in Seattle, but like some of these teams didn't even exist back then. So you even had less to choose from. So
hey, we got one whole viewer.
It was up to 3 for a while.
Maybe comment on our.
It was up to 3, and then I was checking the Twitter also. So, anyway, so what do you guys think about the draft? We'd love to hear your comments below, either on Facebook, on YouTube, or Twitter. Follow us on Windy City Dig. If you haven't had a chance yet, hit the subscribe and the like button and the thumbs up. We'd really appreciate it. Hit the bell so you get notified of future episodes. We're going to be back a little later today, talking about possible any other free agent pickups, maybe what the next moves are, and maybe about a free agency. So thanks for tuning in, everyone, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Love
and digits.
number 18, man.